What exactly is happening? Does the physical absence of light alter your neurochemistry, or does the darkness simply peel back a layer of daily distraction to reveal a condition that was already there? The reality is that sunset does not change your personality. It simply silences the outside world. When external sensory noise finally drops to zero, your internal emotional chatter becomes audible. Think about what actually happens in your physical environment late at night. The emails stop, the text messages slow down. The social expectations that keep your brain tightly occupied fall away. This sudden absence of data creates a massive psychological vacuum. Without external tasks to process, your mind is forced to process the baseline emotions you have been suppressing all day, feelings like loneliness, heavy regret, and quiet hope. If we visualize how the brain handles this sudden influx of emotion, we see a process called cognitive misattribution. The mind detects a tangled emotional void and incorrectly sorts it into a sharply defined biological category. Because complex pain is difficult to solve, it translates it into physical desire, spinning up romantic fantasies as an actionable distraction. When you find yourself agonizing over an ex at midnight, you are rarely missing them. Your brain is using the memory of that specific person as a tool to simulate the feeling of being connected and safe. The physical environment of a dark room acts as a powerful accelerant for this translation error. Without visual anchors to ground you in the present, your perception of time warps. Your past memories feel significantly warmer, while your future feels uncomfortably close. Left alone in the dark, the brain rewards its own imagination. A single solitary thought rapidly scales up, feeding on itself in an unchecked compounding loop. Within minutes, a fleeting memory or a mild passing attraction condenses into a heavy mental obsession. There is a clear divide here between the reality of your body and the reality of your mind. Your physical body does not biologically require intimacy at 1 a.m, but your mind is desperate for a lifeline of connection. The elevated heart rate and the physical arousal you feel in these moments are real, but the trigger pulling the strings is purely psychological, manufactured by a brain trying to escape its own emptiness. The night itself does not generate new physical desires. It acts as a magnifying glass, focusing your attention on the profound emotional vulnerabilities that daylight successfully kept hidden. Understanding these mechanics allows you to reframe midnight desire as emotional vulnerability operating in a biological disguise. To dismantle the illusion, shift your internal dialogue. Stop asking the reactive question, "Why am I feeling this desire right now?" Instead, use a diagnostic question. What is it that I actually need? Look past the romantic fantasy your brain is generating. You might be starved for attention, or physically exhausted, or seeking deep connection. Accurately identifying the underlying need acts just like a physical circuit breaker. It immediately interrupts the brain's obsessive feedback loop. When you correct the translation error, the overwhelming urgency fades, the obsession dissolves. The quietness of your bedroom stops feeling oppressive and returns to a state of peace. The intense midnight lust you experience reveals itself as loneliness wearing a different face.